Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Charles. I'm a weeb. Um, the next video was originally supposed to be about the funny horse girls, Uma Musume. But as you know, I am a big fan of the manga by Tatsuki Fujimoto, Chainsaw Man. And let's just say it ended. Yeah, it is. The Chainsaw Man manga is, as far as I know, complete. No part 3, no sequel, no nothing, as far as I know. And let me tell you, this did kind of come out of left field. As someone who does keep up with Chainsaw Man, I mean, we kind of had an idea of what was coming 2 weeks ago when chapter 231 dropped. And it had like a tagline at the end where it usually says next to be continued, right? It said last chapter March 24th, and then it went on a break, 2-week break, as Tatsuki Fujimoto loves doing. He loves dropping a banger chapter and then dipping for 2 weeks. But then it was changed to just to be continued. That's when I read it, because I get up late, way after the chapter's already been out and it's had time to simmer, with the people. So I was coping. I was saying, you know what, nah. I mean, if anything, it's the end of part 2, right? It's the end of part 2. And then we'll get a part 3, and we'll really get the true conclusion of Chainsaw Man. Part 3 will be like the epic, climactic battle, right? But we'll get there after 232. What will chapter 232 offer us, ladies and gentlemen? Surely, it's got to be something that'll end part 2 off decent, right? And especially after chapter 231. There are going to be hella spoilers. I don't give a shit. Fuck you if you have... Spoiler alert. Chapter 231 ended with Pochita Chainsaw Man eating himself, essentially. Eating Pochita. And saying, bye, Denji. And then the last panel was the shed, from the beginning of the story. Okay, what's Tatsuki cooking here? What's he gonna cook? He's not gonna cook fucking shit, dog. He's gonna cook dog shit. He's gonna burn the fucking meal in the oven. He's gonna cook that shit so bad, it's gonna come out a solid block of fucking clean coal. What the fuck is wrong with you, Tatsuki Fujimoto? What the fuck is wrong with you? And look, if you're wondering, what am I saying here? This is, there is no script. I am rambling. It was all a dream. It was all a fucking dream. That's essentially chapter 232. It was all a fucking dream. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, dude. Let me tell you this. So today, I woke up early before my alarm, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. I read the chapter, and I'm like, alright. That's, that's not really the chapter. Go back to bed, just go to sleep. I completely forgot about it. And then I wake up, actually, to my alarm. I'm fully awake. I read the chapter again. It wasn't a fucking dream, and the chapter wasn't a fucking dream. But the fuck, 231 chapters. 231 fucking chapters of Chainsaw Man. A 232 chapter manga. All in layhead. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fuck, man. Oh my god, dude. I'm pissed. I'm very pissed, if you could not tell. What the fuck do you mean it was all a dream? When did the dream start? Was the entire thing a dream? Like, was it a dream from the very start, from chapter 1? Was it a dream from, when he's in the dumpster after the zombie devil things? Like, when does it become a dream and when is it not? That's my first question. My second question is, what about all the flashbacks? What about all the lore that Denji surely wouldn't fucking know or understand? Because as much as I love Denji, I love Dennis. He's a fucking moron. He's a 16-year-old dude who only is thinking about tits. Like, you mean to tell me he understands the socio-economics of the Chainsaw Man world outside of the Denji storyline? You mean to tell me he's dreaming about, like, the political drama inside the Japanese embassy where, like, they're all fighting, or that California is selling their citizens for immortality to use as fodder for Yoru? You mean to tell me all that? You mean to tell me all that? You mean to tell me he made up the entire backstory for Kishibe and what's her name? I forgot her name. Like, all that. He made up the backstory for Aki and Himeno. Like, you mean to tell me he made up the fucking backstory for fucking Angel? You mean to tell me he made up that Rize was just a Soviet weapon? That you mean to tell me he knew the whole fucking time that Makima fucking murked her in an alleyway? Be so fucking for real right now. Be so for real right now. There's no way. There is no fucking way that Denji was even that was as complex as that of a dream. There's no way. I call bullshit. I call utter fucking bullshit, dude. And then you have the audacity, the fucking gall, the fucking nerve to bring power back and make Denji her bitch. We don't even get Aki. Aki, the last even crumb of Aki we got was I think it was back in the Aging Devil arc, where they're in, like, a forest, right? And then there was that one chapter that ended with the boat, and you just see the back of Power and Aki's heads. That's the last we saw of Aki in Chainsaw Man. That's it. That's the last we saw of him. You're telling me Denji dreamed in depth that Makima was a good person, but then she turned into a bad person? Oh, fucking Christ, dude. This chapter sucked. This chapter sucked. It ruined, it ruined the legacy of Chainsaw Man, in my opinion. Now, if I go back and reread Chainsaw Man, which I probably will, I'm not gonna give a shit, because it's all a fucking dream. It's not real. It's not fucking real. None of it's real. Kobayashi, fake. It's just a figment of Denji's imagination. Oh my god, dude. This video might do numbers low key, because fuck, this kind of video pops off. But oh my god, dude. You know what? At least One Piece right now is looking beautiful. One Piece is just killing it right now. That's probably my next weekly hop on. I don't care if they're in the middle of Elbaf. I don't care if it's chapter 1178. I don't give a shit. I know most of what happens before that. I know at least 90% of what happens before that. So I'll be fine. And I've been keeping up with One Piece anyway, with spoilers, but Tatsuki Fujimoto, man. If in some way you stumble across this video, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Are you stupid? You dumb? Dum dum? Dum dum got gum gum? clearly you don't have the sauce. That's for sure. You don't have the sauce to make a rushed ending. Right? At least, Attack on Titan. Say what you will. The ending it could make sense. You could piece it together to, okay, that checks out, right? It's kind of clunky, but it works. JJK, can't say anything about that. I don't know how JJK ends. My Hero, don't know. Haven't heard. I don't know. But fucking Christ, this is bad. It's bad. It's bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's bad. And you know what even makes it worse? The anime. I'm going to be watching season 2 of Chainsaw Man, or the next movie, or whatever the fuck they decide to do with Chainsaw Man. And I'm going to be watching, I'm going to be like, man, this is peak. It's unfortunate, it's all bullshit in the end. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters in this world. The only thing that matters is just, yeah. Nothing matters. Nothing ever matters. Fucking Christ. Yeah. That's my thoughts on Chainsaw Man. What a blunder. What a fucking blunder. What a... the biggest blunder of all time, the biggest blunder a manga has ever done. Truly, I think so. And I don't read a lot of manga either, so I can't say for certain if that is true. There might be some other, like, obscure manga that at one point was super popular, but then it crapped on the ending and, became so unpopular that nobody gave two shits. Chainsaw Man might be that, low-key. I'm sorry, I have to say one more thing. Mind you, I want to tell you guys a story that I'm sure you've probably heard of if you're in the Chainsaw Man sphere. Tatsuki Fujimoto watched Chainsaw Man movie Rize arc, right? In theaters. And then there's an interview where I don't know how real this is. It might be fake. It might not be. I'm going to say it as if it is real, because I don't want to be doing research while I'm recording this. Where he's like, man, I can't believe the author killed off Rize. That's such a tragedy. Motherfucker, you are the author, you stupid fuck! I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you were wearing headphones. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry if you're alone at your house watching this. Or maybe next to your parents watching it. And, But this shit is ass. Alright, that's my thoughts. Bye-bye.